No black cats, just straight facts.
Triple P certified.
Listen, we can talk about odds all day. It doesn't matter what the odds are. It matters what's gonna happen.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pro Play Pursuit. We're here off the heels of UFC Sacramento, a wonderful card. We'll take you through a quick recap of that, and then we're going to break down UFC Shanghai. UFC Shanghai, it starts at 3 in the morning, everybody. I'll just get that out of the way quick. Main card, 6 a.m., prelims, 3 a.m. I'll be honest with you, Alex, I don't know if you're looking at a guy I got up for both UFC Macau's. I got up for UFC Perth on the day of my brother's wedding. But you're looking at a guy who
on the day of my brother's wedding, you wake up. You tell me I gotta wake up for UFC Macau.
You have me to wake up to watch Perth fighters on the day of my brother's wedding. I did win big money that day, but I'll be honest with you, I really don't know if I have it in me this week to get up at 3 a.m. and watch the prelims of this card. Like, I may place my bets and just hope to wake up to money. You know what I mean? I was already thinking it, and then I was already thinking it, and I heard others say it, and I was like, I might need to just
Luke, you lose a couple weeks in a row, and now all of a sudden you're not Lukey Midnight. This is a card that you could stay up to watch. This isn't a 6 in the morning start. This isn't a 5 in the morning spot.
On Saturday, I do have the Renaissance Festival. So you're saying, Luke, wake up at 3 a.m.
One of the biggest Renaissance fairs in the entire country.
Top three. And it's like, you want me to wake up at 3 a.m., then go to the Renaissance Festival all day? It just doesn't.
If you did that, you could not absorb the amount of sexy elven titties that you're going to be seeing. You're going to have blurred vision. You're already going to be drunk before you get there.
Or will I be like real? Because let's be real. I mean, if I wake up at 3 in the morning, I'm falling asleep. I might be up for the Ming Ding versus Cam Nelson first fight. I might be up for Ming Ding versus Cam Nelson. I'm falling asleep.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was a fake name. Oh my gosh, I thought you were being
no. Ming Ding is the real
obscurely racist right here, but
no, it's
his name is Ming Ding. That is okay. Ooh, let me check myself.
Then I'll immediately fall asleep for Jing Nang Yong versus Julia Pilastri. Like, I'll fall the fuck asleep. And then I'll sleep through Lawrence Liu. I'll sleep through Timbuktu. I'll sleep through Sean Woodson. When am I gonna? Then what? Am I wake? Then I'm waking up and I'm groggy. It's just like
I can never sleep through a Sean Woodson fight just because his dimensions are so crazy to me. I have to believe he's a pale skin, one of these aliens walking among us.
I'll be completely real. I'm one of the few people who bet Kevin Bjorhaas to beat Andre Lima at huge underdog odds, biggest underdog on the card. I bet him money line before the fight, and then I bet him again when the fight was happening. And he got kicked in the nuts. He fought on. I'm going to be honest. Everybody else I hear is just like, Kevin Bjorhaas is a bitch. He's a coward. He ran the whole time. I didn't see it that way. Kevin Bjorhaas is like a hero to me at this point. I love Kevin Bjorhaas. He was surgical.
Anthony Calvillo, Kevin Bjorhaas.
He beat the fuck out of homeboy Andre Lima. I don't know what people were watching. He's the only guy I'm like, I like him. I would like to see him fight. Other than that, I mean, maybe Bilal Hassan Minaj, Piker. But other than that, I don't give a fuck about any of these fights. Any of them. In terms of like, oh, I need to see this. I don't need to see it. And somebody else pointed this out. Since the McGregor fight, if you start the clock at the McGregor fight, we're right now in the midst of a 20 weekend run, 20 weekends in a row. Until November 21st, we got fights every weekend. Put that into perspective, folks. The NFL fucking season is 18 weeks long. Like
postseason.
But I'm just saying, we just casually are watching an entire NFL season of fights without a break, without one weekend of a break.
That's not true. And here's why, Luke. Because every NFL game is at least an hour and a half long, maybe 2 hours. You have the Sunday slate from 1 p.m.
No, there's a morning game usually.
And now I was about to get to that. And now we're going overseas, baby. We're heading to Berlin. Adolphin Berlin. Shout out to Anus, one of the greatest Adolphin Berlin. A dolphin. Hilarious.
I mean,
one of the best jokes I've ever heard. But Luke, there's NFL that starts from 8 a.m. and ends at midnight. If you watch every single slate of games, the 8:30 game ends at like 11:30, 12 o'clock. Every single time. It's ridiculous. You have a flawed argument because the fights last at least 5-6 hours once every weekend. We're only missing out on 5 weekends a year. I look at the weekends we're missing as horrible. I can't wait for the next one. I get itchy. And not because I like gambling.
And speaking of the NFL season, you're moving to Seattle. You know that there's only one game. Sorry to break the news, everybody. Alex is moving to Seattle, Washington.
Yes, I'm going to be West Coast Bobby.
In
In all honesty, this is probably going to make the podcast work a lot better because I tell Luke all the time I want to record earlier. He always wants to record later. He has kids. He wants to put them to bed, whatever. Understandable.
I never put them to bed. My wife's putting them to bed as we speak. I have to play with them until bedtime, bath them, do all the other hullabaloo.
Regardless, all of that other hullabaloo now will happen. I'm getting done work, and Luke's like, "Can we start the pod?" I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting sleepy-eyed. I'm getting dusty-eyed over here. That is the best news for me because my days now, they're going to fly by. I'm going to be waking up at 5 a.m. every day. I'm going to stay on East Coast time because that's something that these West Coast savages don't understand, that I'm going to be 3 hours ahead of them every day. Stack that over a month, I'm eating your fucking lunch. Okay?
Stack that up over a year, you're toast.
You are toast.
But it's so funny because, I'm moving to Jacksonville, Florida. You're moving to Seattle, Washington. We couldn't really be further the fuck away, state-wise,
Continental U.S. There's literally no possible way we could be farther.
I mean, unless I was in, the Keys. But in terms of, if you're just talking about states, I'm in a state, you're in a state. Those two states couldn't be further away.
Yeah.
And, the Eagles, our birds, they play one game this year against the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Jacksonville Jaguars. So here I am thinking I'm going to get to watch the Eagles
Duval.
In Duval. I'm going to get to fucking rock up with my Eagles gear. My family, we got our Eagles gear on. And not only are we safer to rep Eagles in Jacksonville than we would be even repping Eagles in Philly. I could be in an Eagles jersey in Philly and I'm in more danger than if I'm in an Eagles jersey in Jacksonville.
You're like, Deshaun Jackson was a chode. Nobody likes him anyway. Why are you rocking that here?
They'll just fight me anyway. Yeah. And I already decided I'm getting this nameless jerseys, just numbers. I'm going to get my daughter a number 5 because she's turning 5. I'm going to get my son a number 2 because he's turning 2. And then I'm going to get 6 and my wife's going to get 9 or something like that. But we're going to we're just going to get numbers. Numbers, no names.
You're not going to put any names on them?
No names. Because then they're evergreen. They're evergreen, and every once in a while someone will be like, oh, you're rocking the number 6 for Kerman Hempsfeld from the 1976 season. And I'm like, I am rocking that Kerman Hempsfeld jersey. You're exactly right. How do you know about Kerman Hempsfeld? So basically the point is, so I'm all excited. I look it up. Okay, October 11th, Eagles at Jags will be played at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
I hate to
London.
say it, but number 5 is retired for the great Donovan McNabb. Okay,
yeah.
Everyone's gonna know what that 5 jersey stands for, and I don't give a shit.
I'm fine with that. Shout out Campbell's Soup, baby. But I'm just saying. So the one game the Eagles play at Jacksonville is actually going to be in London, so I can't go see them. The one time the Eagles play the Seahawks is mid-December when you're probably going to be home anyway. and it's in Philly. So you can just, you know what I mean? Like, you're not even going to be able to see him play
Not even
in
gonna,
Seattle.
yeah. Yeah,
So-
but who knows? All this fandom, it's for the birds. I root for the home team, and if they don't win, it's a shame. That's how I look at life. I'm gonna be in Seattle. I'm gonna get a Ken Griffey Jr. jersey. If you think I'm moving to Seattle and not getting a Ken Griffey Jr. jersey and going to Mariners games being like, oh yeah, that Ken Griffey Jr., he wore his hat backwards and he was super cool. You're insane. And if you know, luckily, I still get to root for the Sixers because the Seattle Supersonics were abolished. Okay. And now they're the OKC Thunder. I don't give a shit about no Kansas City. So now I get to root for LeBron James still. Like, I got the best of all worlds. I'm going to root for every team. And I don't care what anybody says about that.
No, for sure. I mean, the Jags are now my second team. You know, they're my first team if they're doing well. But I will be supporting the Jags. I'll be supporting the Birds.
My fiance asked, she said, are we going to support the Seahawks or the Eagles? I said, it depends on who's doing better. We're going to support both, and we're going to hitch our U.S. government in World War I and World War II. We're going to see who's winning, and then we're going to figure out who we like.
You know, you get the luxury of getting to support another bird team, another bird-based team, which I could technically do too, because at the end of the day, I'm on the Florida-Georgia line. I can support the Atlanta Falcons.
Ooh.
I'm on the Florida-Georgia line.
And you are a bit of a dirty bird yourself. Shout out to Tim Means.
We'll see. We'll see how the Falcons do this year. But you know, I like
Shout out
Trevor
to
Lawrence.
Tim Means. He couldn't hurt a fly. He couldn't do anything wrong ever.
So
Anthony Smith, bad guy.
So yeah, like, you know, in the midst of this 20 event stretch, I might just sleep through this one. And I think the karma will be there for me, man. I think if I set my bets, if I set it and forget it, just set it and forget it, and I wake up to go to the Renaissance Festival, I'll be like, oh, my bets. I'll check, boom, money in my account. I go, yo, I did it again. You know, it's like, rather than waking up, sweating it out, risking rebuilding and betting more and lose more, I got $500 in free bets for this card. I can just throw.
Luke, can I tell you the reason that you need to wake up this weekend and that you need to rebuild?
Oh, I don't
and
want
that you
to.
should never quit in the world. No. I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into the breakdown of this last card. And I will tell you how I turned $40 into $1,900.
Let's hear it. Tell us about your weekend, Alex. Tell us about how you won.
I did fantastic. I did great. I could have done better. After I won one of my big bets, I started going a little crazy. I started going a little mad. I took out a responsible amount of money and I started throwing bets all around. I was the belle of the ball. I was sitting here throwing anything on everything and anything on everything. But to my point on why Lukey needs to stay in the game, should never quit. Ladies and gentlemen, I lost 100% of the parlays I put out on Wes Schultz. My sweet honey pie, Wes Schultz. You guys know I love this guy. You know I love everything about him. I love the way he talks. I love the way he walks. And I love the way he dances. Guys, bear with me here, okay? It's a mom and pop operation over here. We're not all right. Okay. We got it. We got it figured out. Beautiful. But all of my parlays fell via one Wes Schultz. One of them. Jamal Emmers, Chris Padilla, Wes Schultz. $75 on a plus 1,719 parlay. Would have been big money there. Then, another one. Anthony Witt, first round finish. Rainier DeRitter by knockout. Chris Padilla to just win. And Wes Schultz. So you can see how I'm feeling at that point in the evening when Wes Schultz has a guillotine locked in. Homeboy's dead to rights out there. He just can't get those legs around him. Waste all of his energy. Wes Schultz will be back. Wes Schultz will be better. Wes Schultz will come in as a plus 300 dog in his next fight and win me a ton of money. I'm not worried about it.
Good night, sweet Prince.
Good night, sweet Prince. We will be back, and we will come back better. Better.
Yeah,
and guys,
poor Wes.
Guys, and
I was
that's how it happened.
I love this guy. I said, why do you love this guy? I said, he has a speech impediment. Everyone's like, okay.
He's super cute. He is a good-looking guy. He could work on the bod a little bit. He's not on the acai like Greg Rod. But guys, Wes Schultz goes down. I say, I need to get something going in a pinch. I say, Rainier de Ritter by knockout, Jamal Lemmers, and Chris Padilla, $40 to pay out $1,892.45. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff there. That's what dreams are made of. Sure, I lost a few other parlays throughout the night. I said Anthony Witt, second round knockout. I'm convinced. Let me look this guy up by name. Terrence Chapman. Hey, we don't Chapman. Terrence Chapman, he pretended to go unconscious. I am 100% convinced of that. He put up a good fight for a little bit of time, and then he knew it wasn't getting any better from here. Hey, you're gonna arm triangle me instead of knocking me out hard like Anthony Witt, former Jets player, would knock anybody that he sees out. Hey, I'll take the arm triangle. He faked going out. At least he has the... I would rather you fake going unconscious than you tap. Because at the very least, there's a question there. Okay, either he's the baddest guy in the world because he went out on a shield, fought till the end, or he's a mastermind. He knows what I would think about it, so I got to respect it at the very least. I swore he would come back and knock him out in the second round, but is what it is. Didn't really care too much. Mason Jones hurt my heart to see him go down like that. Big Mason Jones supporter here. And I'm honestly a Markel Medeiros hater because of the robbery he had against Chris Padilla. Chris Padilla did sensational work. I thought that fight was closer than a lot of people did. I was tuning in and out. It was a great fight, a great night of fights too. Like all of the fights were magnificent. But Chris Padilla, he was winning on every judge's scorecard. I thought it was a little close myself, but ends up finishing him with 1 second left in the fight. You can't get any better than that. Sensational work from Chris Padilla. Jamal Lemmers, a lot of people wrote this guy off. A lot of people said he would never be the one. Jamal Lemmers is amazing. He is sensational. He hasn't lived up to potential, but he will get to that potential. Kennedy and Chukwi look like he got shot by a bullet. It didn't look like he got punched. The way he fell was strange, obtuse. We should check the rafters, make sure there wasn't a sniper afoot. Carly Judice, she looked like a Chase Hooper. Need to mention that. Markel Medeiros couldn't have been a worse guy to beat an upstanding citizen like Mason Jones. Hate Markel Medeiros, especially after how badly they did my boy Chris Padilla on that decision, raising his hand and then calling him back, and then Chris Padilla gets jerked around, guys. It can't happen.
Like you, a lot of parlays died with Wes Schultz. I had Wes Schultz by submission, so not good. I had a solo bet on Stan the Drill Dorsainville by knockout. 10-1. I mean, $500 bet to pay $5,500. That would have just.
I meant to give him a tip of the hat too, because you see
big
a
tip
lot
the
of
hat.
guys.
I'm not mad about it. Tough fight.
You see a lot of guys
He was
coming in.
trying the whole time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I loved his look to the camera when Gage Young was cage controlling him, and he just looked. He looks. He was like,
yes.
he hit him with the classic like sitcom look of the camera. It was really classic.
And when you see a guy who has so much success so early with a lot of finishes, most being in the first or second round, actually losing the first round and coming back to win 2 and 3, it was immaculate work. I'm really excited about this guy. Not that I rate Gage Young so high, but that's only going to make him better.
I'm excited by him too, and people think, oh, you lose a bet for me, like I hate you. No, it's when you don't fucking try. And he was trying the whole time. He was coming forward the whole time. He was trying for the knockout every single second of that fight.
They both were. I respect both men.
He works at Home Depot. He wanted that finish bonus. I know he did. All good. Not worried about that. What really busted me up big time was, I picked against Jamal Emmers. That was surprising. You know what I mean? It was surprising to say the least that Jamal Emmers won. I had him on nothing. I didn't bet him. I didn't hedge him. I would have won $2,200 on a free bet if Douglas won by knockout.
Leary and Douglas. Luke.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have. Sorry, I wouldn't have actually.
Leary and Douglas called off the ref. He said, "I'm done. I don't want."
What's up with the Barbosa Q stoppage?
Barbosa Q's. I may have missed that one.
Yeah,
I wasn't very well vested into it.
If I could go back and do it all over again, I had the first bet I made of the night, $200 on Dyer to knock out Elise Reed. She did that. I doubled my money.
And they could have stopped that 15 times before they did.
If I could do it all over again, I would have went double. I would have doubled my money right there. Now I got 400. I would have put that on Chris Padilla. I would have doubled that. I would have 800, and then I put it on Judice by knockout. And then I put it on Ranier Ritter by finish, and I put the rest on Gregor Rodriguez. So
no, you would have bet on Douglas. You would have.
But
you would have thrown a good amount on Douglas.
Do it all over again, knowing what I know now.
Oh yeah.
If I'm looking at where
I could do it over again, I would put $1 million bet on G-Rod, Petrino, Ritter.
Well, I mean,
Medeiros,
I would have won
West.
So I also had, I had Ranier Ritter by finish and Petrino by knockout. 2-leg parlay to basically come up in the positive over $1,000, win back everything I lost, and come up with $1,000 in the positive. Petrino not getting the knockout. Fuck you, Petrino. Like, you're such a bitch. Really hate him for that.
Let me tell you something. After Ranier Ritter got that knockout, and believe me, Frank Trigg had me on my toes the whole time. Frank Trigg. And
terrible ref.
The guys terrible ref. Listen, I think that's actually great reffing. If I bet the other side of that, but great
100
reffing,
unanswered strikes. I mean,
exactly. Whatever. But they weren't the most menacing shots in the world. Okay, I could have seen Chanel Dyer get a knockout way sooner. I didn't need to see Elise Reed, the bucket of milk, getting thrown around the cage.
Elise Reed went to her corner and said, "I don't got anything left." And they said, "Yeah, you do, bitch. Get back out there."
Hey, equality. Ennis Cantor is going to be in the WNBA this year. Mark my words.
I mean,
but no, Luke. When I tell you, I'm watching this Ranier Ritter fight, and I'm like, "Oh my god, they could have stopped it. Why aren't they stopping it?" And then they're like, Frank Trigg, he's been in there before. He knows what it's like. Yeah, I'm like, oh, no, not Frank Trigg. Why couldn't Jason Herzog be in here? Why couldn't Herb Dean? Somebody who is just missing a brain.
So two things happened. One I thought was bad turned out to be good. One was bad turned out to be bad. Mm-hmm. So main event's happening now. I'm fucking 30 beers deep. And
wait. Before you go into that.
Okay.
I win on the Ranier Ritter knockout and then take out like 1,500, put $300 on fucking Sergey Spivak for no reason.
You should put on G-Rod. So I'm sitting there. I'm down a bit, and I'm like, we're gonna win this all back on Gregory Rodriguez. But I would have put it on Gregory Rodriguez by knockout. I would have done that. Now the fact that he didn't get the knockout after dropping him 4 times with leg kicks is kind of crazy. You got a guy on one leg and you can't finish him.
Well, you know what my bets were, Luke? Round 3 knockout from Gregory Rodriguez and round 4 knockout by Anthony Hernandez.
So, like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, when I get paid, I give all my wife the money. You know what I mean? So I leave myself with nothing. And I have, like, no money. I have no money. So I'm, like, sitting there and I'm like, hey, babe, sell me, like, $1,000 right now to put on G-Rod at plus 200, right? But what had happened was two like chaos, you know what I mean? So I'm like pretty drunk and she can tell and she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking sure. I would have put a lot of that on Greg Rodriguez by knockout. However, what had happened was I'm watching the fight at a friend's house. Little do I know, we're not live. So I go to do it and the line, it's not letting me do props on DraftKings. Now, if this was Hard Rock, I could have done props.
Fucked. You'd have been fucked.
It was DraftKings. So I go, what the fuck is going on with my fucking DraftKings? I'm like, oh, so that was the I thought that was a problem. Turned out not to be a problem because I just ended up taking G-Rod by money line. The problem was my wife goes, oh, I'm at my limit on Zelle, whatever the thing is on Zelle. I can only send you 275 measly fucking piss in your fucking Cheerios dollars.
One question. Why didn't you just sign into your DraftKings on her phone?
Didn't think of it. Was too wrong. I should be like, give me that fucking phone. Give me that fucking phone. But no. So I'm like, all right, we'll send the 275. So she sends the 275. If they're 275 on G-Rod at like plus 200, whatever, like doesn't matter, doesn't count. Because then the next day I'm driving through Jersey and I say, well, I'm fucked anyway. So let's try to throw this on one hand of blackjack. Because, you know, and then I lost it. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't
keep a smooth hunch. I did keep a smooth hunch just for a little blackjack. Actually, it was 98.50 or something that I had in blackjack, Luke. First hand, I get 11. What do I do? Oh double my down. Gosh, I can't even double down.
Well,
I gotta put more money back in. Yeah. So I deposit more in, but instead of depositing, the measly $10 that I needed to put in just to get this bet going, I'm like, all right, just throw the 50 in there. Throw the 50. We'll put a smooth 50. Pull a 3. End up losing. Then I'm like, okay, well, we'll just put all the rest on the next one. Lose. All of the blackjack money's gone, and Sergey hasn't walked out yet. I'm sitting here, and I'm like, oh, shit. Sergey still has not even walked out, and I have $350 on it. Yeah. And he looked good at some moments. So, the thing I will say about the G-Rod versus Anthony Hernandez, clearly I had the third round knockout, right, for G-Rod. G-Rod's about to knock him out in the second round. I see it hit the bell, and I'm like, oh, sweet. G-Rod's going to knock him out this round. And then Anthony Hernandez is coming on. It looks like he might knock out G-Rod. What do I have? Anthony Hernandez, fourth round knockout. So I'm like, oh, okay. Anthony Hernandez won this round. He is clearly going to knock out G-Rod. I'm sitting there. I'm like counting my money already. I'm like, oh, after I see the second round, I'm like, oh, G-Rod. After I see the third round, I'm like, oh, Anthony Hernandez, easily. Like, this is going to be an easy knockout in the fourth round. Meanwhile, I had no idea that Anthony Hernandez only trained like 4 weeks for this fight. I didn't see the glove grabbing. I didn't see any of this that's going on.
I
didn't know that.
If I lose gambling on the UFC, I don't watch any of the post-fight content. So I'm too depressed. I'm like, nah,
I didn't know that when G-Rod became a Cyclops, they stole some of his brain cells with that. Like and listen, the UFC's allegedly been doing this. I heard from no one, but it's a hypothesis that is completely based on fallacy.
Fucking Odyssey.
Yes, a very Odysseus journey here. They extract brain cells from worse fighters to give to better fighters so they can prolong their career. Is what I've heard from my own brain in a dream I once had. So it's not even necessarily based on anything but my third eye, which is what they stole from G-Rod. His third eye.
So it was good that I was able to get a money line bet on G-Rod. Bad that I couldn't get a lot of money on money line G-Rod. Good that I couldn't do by knockout. Bad that it was all good and bad and just, whatever. Vibes weren't there. My wife, what I had to explain to her was, hey, I am up so much money this year that I have to pay taxes on my winnings at the end of this year. So everything I lose, 90% of everything I lose thanks to Trump with the big fucking beautiful new bill. Go fuck yourself with that big beautiful new bill from me to you, Trump. The 1 year I'm a profitable gambler, I can only write off 90% of my losses. Go fuck yourself. But I swear I'll vote for fucking Gavin Newsom next fucking term over this big beautiful new bill. I'm a single issue voter, and you fucked with my gambling.
Who else is who?
You're done.
There's no
You're
other
done.
option. I don't even know who's running for president next. Isn't
I'll
it coming
vote,
up?
I'll vote for fucking Hassan Piker before I vote for Trump after what he did to my gambling. Fucking
Wow.
I'll go full commie. I don't give a fuck. I'm a Democrat now because of what Trump did in that big beautiful new bill. You want to take away 10% of my ability to write off my gambling? You go fuck yourself. So. But the point is, everything I lose from here to the end of the year, I can write 90% off against my winnings. Now, obviously, I don't want to lose, but I'm just saying, like, I'm losing for 90 cents on the dollar now. If I lose $1,000, I really only
want 100-year-old Bernie Sanders to come in there and just be like,
Bernie,
not even
you better repeal that big beautiful fucking new bill. So if I lose $1,000, really I only lost $100 because I have to pay taxes on my winnings. So I write the losses off. I write 90% of the losses off. But so I'm in a pretty good spot. But the thing is, it's like still I don't want to lose. I want to win money. I want money.
So in reality, a profitable gambler right now is minus 10 units.
I mean, if you win 100,000 and you lose 90,000, so you're up 10K this year. You can only write off 90% of that 9,000. So you can write off 81,000. So therefore, that 10K that you won, you actually can only write off 81. They treat that as you won 19K instead of winning tickets. So now you're paying 37% tax on the 19 instead of 37% tax on the 10, and it's doubling your taxes basically. Or
Didn't this guy used to own casinos?
Let's say if you're 100, let's say you won 100 grand and you lost 100 grand. So you're even. You're even throughout the year. You can only write off 90% of the 100K loss. So therefore, you broke even gambling, but they treat it as you won 10,000 because you can only write off 90. You have 100 in winnings. Now you pay $3,700 in taxes on that fucking 10K of perceived profit that you didn't actually have. So you're paying $3,700 just to break even.
The pit boss strikes again. Our grandmother, she used to go to the Trump Taj Mahal every now and then. She preferred Caesars herself. Yeah. But she said, she told me before Trump was even a man in politics, she said, he's a crook. He steals your money. That's why I don't go to the Taj Mahal anymore.
Yeah, I would have liked to think she would have been pro-Trump, but I don't think she would have been now that I think about it. The more I think about it. So
she hated him. She hated him before he was even in politics. She thought, every time I go to his casino, I lose money.
Who did she like? Rosie O'Donnell.
Hey, listen. Sometimes you see movies every now and then, and they come out when you take Ambien.
I love Rosie O'Donnell. She used to host the Kids' Choice Awards. She would get slimed. It was great. Great to cinema as a youth. So Rosie's a friend of the kids, friend of the people, and friend of the show. Anyway, so bottom line,
what's your son's name?
Oh fucking know.
Michael Fishman.
See, you're thinking of Roseanne.
No. Rosie O'Donnell didn't play Roseanne?
No, that's Roseanne Barr.
Okay.
Similar ladies in many ways, but also not at all. So, yeah,
Y'all
I
doing
mean,
Sober October.
and it's been 366 days since Red Bar went live.
No, tomorrow's the year anniversary.
No, you're thinking of when the episode came out, not when he went live. 366 days since Red Bar went live. I've given it a year.
Man, that's sad. That's really sad. This is new information that I'm getting. Terrible.
It hurts. It hurts. With so little to look forward to in this world, this cold, sad, dark world we live in. To have one less thing. It's tragic. But we, and now
the
we
bright
got
side. This is turning into
the Mr. Bright Side
channel, a hate channel. This is turning into a hate channel.
Yes. Lots
that
of hate.
Ends in song.
A League of Our Own, Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, I was a big fan of the Rosie O'Donnell show, like the talk show she would do. It was great 90s.
Yeah, Roseanne. It was amazing.
No, not Roseanne. But Roseanne's a good show too. I like Roseanne. All right, so listen. Yeah, yes. Sadly, Justin.
Very long ago.
Long time ago. Still hurts every day, but yes, Grandma did pass away. Circa 20.
No, that was a while ago. We're talking about Red Bar. No, we're not talking about Grandma anymore.
Grandma passed away in like 2015. So
yeah,
2014,
very long
2015. We're talking.
But you mentioned a partner.
Yeah, it is sad. We're still. It only gets sadder. Like it's like life. It's like eating food without salt when your grandma's not around. So, but anyway. It is what it is, and I can't change the past.
It is what it is, and I can't change the past. And
so, we got a card to break down, and we're gonna do it for you guys here. UFC Shanghai, like I said, 3 a.m.
Until I come back, like what's the one Christopher Interstellar? Like Matthew got me. I'm like, no. Don't move from California to a fucking waste area. No, I'm coming through the bookshelf.
Yeah, we could be right there with you in California, Justin. We could, if they just had stayed.
And Justin, I don't know if you missed it. I'm gonna be in Seattle, so we might link up every now and then. Yeah,
Justin. Alex is gonna be a West Coast guy. You'll be on the same time zone, so lots of stuff going. Yeah. If I'm you, I'm going to Palm Springs, little Palm Springs trip, because you gotta get to you and the wife. Let's see, how far is Seattle from Palm?
Honestly, Palm Springs is the last sighting of the bar in public ever, I believe. So I might have to get down to Palm Springs.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Yeah, it's like flying to Florida.
It's a 20-hour drive.
Dude, are you mentally
handicapped? Palm Springs is NorCal.
No, I could probably go to Sacktown, but I would have to drive through Oregon first. Luke, I don't know if you realize this, but when they made the first 13 colonies, they didn't realize how far the land stretched out. So they're like, okay, this is this and this is that. And then it's like,
you can get to LA in, 2.5 hour flight, $121 nonstop,
I know.
To get to Los Angeles from Seattle by car, you're talking 18 hours.
Yeah, it's literally, bro, like, I don't know if I have to rationalize this picture of the US to you, but it's like driving to Disney from New Jersey, which we have done, idiot.
Yeah,
because you're going down the entire coast of the fucking country.
Okay, here we go.
Are you kidding?
You can.
It's like if I lived in Maine.
You can go to Bainbridge Island, 35-minute ferry ride from downtown Seattle. You can get coastal views and shops. Vashon Island, ride a 20-minute ferry from West Seattle to find a quiet beach and local cider. Whidbey Island, drive about 1.5 hours north or take a short ferry to explore state parks and small towns.
I think I'm going to explore the guy from Nirvana's pastimes and sit in my tub with a shotgun in my mouth.
3 hours
Just
south.
kidding.
3 hours south, you can get to Portland, Oregon. 3 hours south for vibrant food and book scene. You can go to British Columbia, about 3 hours north. Vancouver, British Columbia.
I'm gonna get in Chail's ear. I think now that I'm closer to Chail, I gotta just get in his ear somehow.
To go to Mount Rainier, you're talking 86 miles, 2 hour drive to Mount Rainier. That's fair.
Easy.
You know, Whidbey Island doesn't look great, to be honest with you. I'm going to skip that one. Olympic National Park looks awesome. 2.5 hours.
What are you doing just talking about? This is
Ooh,
like
the Cascades. You got to check out the Cascades. 2 hour drive.
This is like getting Doug with highs talking to a dog joke. That just went way too far.
You'll be 35 minutes from Snoqualmie Falls waterfall. Leavenworth, not to be confused with the prison in Kansas, but Leavenworth.
I'm not living in.
They love to celebrate Oktoberfest, reminiscent of an old German town. I've been to Leavenworth actually. No, I've been there. It's cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I've been there.
Oh my gosh, I need an excuse to wear some lederhosen, honestly.
No, I've been there. Me and Brooke went to a bar in Leavenworth on the way to visit our friend in Seattle. It was great. Yeah, it was cool. It was pretty cool. Not that cool. Anyway, no, yeah, you got some stuff, but it's all like Seattle-y stuff. You know, you're gonna have to hop on that flight. But $200 to get to
Seattle. I'm living outside of Seattle.
I know, but $200 to get, $200 to get to LA in 2.5 hours. That's not bad. You know.
Yeah,
when you need some sunshine.
My best friend out of my immediate family, I've got two best friends that are outside of my immediate family. One lives 30 minutes away from me here, and the other one lives in LA. You know what I mean? So like now I'm going to be able to spend more time with my buddy in LA. Easy flight, so easy, take that real quick. And now I live in a desirable city to go to. Like nobody's like, oh, I'm going to travel across the country to go to Philadelphia. They're going to go to New York City. Okay. If they're spending all that time and then I got to take a train up and I'm going up to New York City, and I hate New York City. Nobody hates New York City more than me.
Yeah. I think I'll come visit you this winter. We can go do a little snowboarding and and then we go to LA. Me and you just go to LA. We go to the Comedy Store.
And fill it with sand.
You're a Trump voice, and imagine Eric passed away. Very nice guy. Knew him well.
I don't do requests.
The earthquake's going to mess up Cali and the ground fault, so we may be closer soon. Ooh.
Wow.
Earthquake's going to mess up Cali ground fault, so you're going to be closer because the earthquake's going to just smush you guys closer together. I get it. Raider Niners Thursday, Friday, Wheezy in the game. And then Saturday, 1 in the morning, UFC fights.
Lil Wayne?
Oh, Lil Wayne in the game. That's nice. That's a good concert.
My God.
LAX Files.
Guys.
Big LAX Files guy back in the day.
Here's the thing, guys. Something you got to learn about me. The Game is my favorite rapper ever. I've never liked another rapper more than The Game ever in my entire life.
So you got Raiders Niners preseason on Thursday.
He's talking about the football. We got Wheezy and then The Game, not The Game. The rapper.
He's saying Raiders Niners play on Thursday. He's seeing Wheezy and The Game in Fresno, and then on Saturday he can watch UFC at 1 in the morning. Because it'll be midnight start time for you out in Cali for this card. So you just little stay up all night. Watch
The
fight.
Game is one of the best rappers to ever live, and he's my favorite personally. But Lil Wayne's amazing too, in my top 5 ever for sure.
Well, we'll get into more small talk as we go here, I'm sure. But let's get into this card. 3 a.m. start time on the East Coast, midnight for you, Justin. Ming Ding versus Cam Nelson. Now, something you'll want to know about Ming Ding: he's got 45 professional fights. Ming Ding is still young for 30. He's 31 with 45 professional fights. He's got 28 knockout wins, 2 submission wins, 5 decision wins. So we're talking a guy with
Tapology has been
7/8
compromised.
of his.
Do not go on Tapology anymore. It has been compromised. Compromised.
Yeah,
They're giving me pop-ups.
These pop-ups are nuts. And it's like, how do you're telling I've never in my life clicked a pop-up ad. In my
I didn't
fucking
click it.
life.
It's just popping up on my window,
Saying,
so I have to.
Why? Like, how is this making money? Who is like, oh yeah, I do need Zoom Workplace. Oh yeah, I do need to just help City of Hope making a lasting impact beyond treatment. Oh yeah, Coldwell Banker Real Estate. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna bundle and save my home.
I'm saying they're taking full window pop-ups now. So like you're looking to move something, and it's like reboot your PC now. Your Pat McAfee subscription is
Ming
dead.
Ding made his debut against Shining Sun. Okay. Shining Sun made his debut against Shining Sun. That's the guy's name. So listen, I'm gonna tell you guys, Ming Ying, he ain't never fought nobody. He ain't ever fought nobody. 0 people has he fought. 0. So those 28 knockout wins, everything he's got, it mean a nothing. So I'm personally like, not that Cam Nelson has fought anybody, but he's Niagara top team, Henzo Gracie, Canadian regional scene guy, 28 years old, 7-1. His one loss is a split decision.
Looks a lot like Brad.
He ain't never fought nobody either. His FLA, the organization he fought for, regional FLA organization, he won the belt in that organization by fighting Luis Guerrero. Luis Guerrero is a 135-pound fighter. He fought him at welterweight. So, and that was that guy's debut in the organization. They brought him in to fight for the title in his debut. Meanwhile, Cam Nelson at the time had done all of his fighting in FLA. He had all of his professional fights were in this organization. He won his first 2 fights in the organization by rear naked choke. He lost a split decision. He won back-to-back decisions and then finished his next 2 fights. It took this guy it took him 6 fights, going 6-1 in the organization before they gave him a title shot. And then they ship in 13-7 Luis Guerrero, who has done most of his work in the bantamweight division. Featherweight division, bantamweight division. This guy is not a you know what I'm saying? So it is with great reluctance that I'm taking Cam Nelson here, but I am taking Cam Nelson to get the win over Ming Dang. I think he submits Ming Dang. Cam Nelson by submission is my pick.
Yeah, I'm taking Cam Nelson too. The way you were talking about it, I thought you were going to go the ding round.
No, I mean it's slop. This is slop, but maybe Cam Nelson
You were going to Taco Bell, hitting a little ding, thinking outside of the bun, but you're going fully within the bun. Cam Nelson.
Yeah, I'm going with Cam Nelson. Thank you. How about you?
I'm going Cam Nelson.
Next, we got Julia Pilastri versus Jingyang Zhang, who lost to Angela Hill in a fight that she thought she was winning. She wasn't. Does have a unanimous decision win 4 years ago against Angela Lee, if that means anything to you.
Angela Lee, rest in peace to her sister.
I'm going Julia Pilastri in this one. She's 10 years younger, it's a no watch, no bet fight for me. Even if I tried to watch this one, I'd fall asleep. So I'm not betting it, not watching it, but I'm not taking Xingyang Zhong. I mean, part of me does feel like, okay, it's China. 2 of the first, 4 fights have a Chinese person on it. One of them should win. Get the Chinese fans in their seats, get them out of their seats, get them cheering along for Xingyang Zhong.
What would you call those men, Luke?
Shanghaian citizens. Listen, Angela Hill is no joke, even though she's 18 and 16. And this girl took her to a decision. I think honestly the value side is on the 10-1 in 1 and 0-1 fighter who, how would Julia Pilastri do against Angela fucking Hill? She'd lose. She lost to Tina Black. She lost to Jazzy J.
What would homegirl Zhang do against Karolina Kowalkiewicz? This bitch knocked out Karolina Kowalkiewicz.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. I'm going with Zhang because it's a dog or pass situation for me.
Dog or
you
pass.
will not catch me betting on Julia Pilastri, but a lot of her losses are pretty good. Josephine Kutsin, I understand why people would go for Pilastri in this situation. Guys, she only didn't make the contender series because of Jazzy Judavicius, which she's she's Al Zinachino over here. She's hitting Zinzer in the match. You can't beat that. Tatalina Allen Carr, a girl I think pretty highly of. Lupita Godinez, a girl I think pretty highly of. Tina Black, if you guys watch The Ultimate Fighter, Tina Black is a savage. So these losses are all very respectable, but it's one of those situations where I do not bet on a woman if they're minus 300 unless they're fighting, unless it's Amanda Nunes. Who's the girl Amanda Nunes is about to fight, Luke? Judoka. Kayla Harrison. It's funny. A guy asked me on Xbox the other night. He was like, "Oh, you watch the UFC. You think you could beat any UFC fighters up?" And I said, "Yeah, of course. Mackenzie Dern, Zhao Hanan, any of them. Maybe not Amanda Nunes. I said, Amanda Nunes probably has me." He's like, "What about the men?" I said, "Probably not." Chase Hooper, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I can sneak one on Chase Hooper. I don't know. But 99.9% of the ladies in here, pretty easy pickings.
Next, we got Lawrence Liu and Timbuktu versus Hector Santiago. I'm kind of riding with the gym on this one. I'm rocking with Lawrence Liu. Easy flight from Australia, City Kickboxing to get over there. 8-1 prospect, only 1 decision loss in pro fighting. Trains at City Kickboxing, 30 years old. 4 wins by knockout, 4 wins by decision. The problem is that I think the path to victory here would be to submit Hector Santiago, who does have a submission loss on his record pretty recently. And I don't really count Lawrence Liu to get that, but Lawrence Liu to get a decision win here, kind of a no bet situation for me personally, but yeah, I'm going with Lawrence Liu.
Return of the Liu. Give me Liu.
And then next we got Jack Jenkins versus Sean Woodson, a fight I'm very curious about. Alex's thoughts here. Year and 4-month layoff for Sean Woodson after getting knocked out by Dan Ige. Looking really great, obviously, since then. I mean, he's only 13-2. Sean the Sniper Woodson, 34 years old. Gigantic freak show, 78-inch reach, 6'2", fighting at 145. The Sniper Sean Woodson. Here's my thought. Do I rate his skills higher than Jack Jenkins? I do. Do I rate his strength of schedule higher than Jack Jenkins? I do. But Sean Woodson beat Yusuf Salal by split decision. He knocked out Terrence McKinney. He took Charles Jourdain to a split decision. I rate Sean Woodson higher, but here's what I have to tell you guys. 34 years old, year and 4-month layoff, flying all the way to China. Something tells me Woodson misses weight. Something tells me Woodson has a terrible weight cut. Something tells me at 34 years old, cutting down from 6'2" all the way to 145 is really going to start to pay dividends in the wrong way. He's gonna be looking worse and worse and worse. You know what I mean? He gets finished by Dan Ige, takes a year and 4 months off. I think Jack Farr Jenkins is going to kick the legs. I think he's going to punch the face. I think he's going to slow him down. Give me Jack Jenkins by finish. Possibly by rear naked choke or some sort of submission after doing damage on the legs. I'm taking Jack Jenkins in this one as an underdog, guys.
Luke, you say Jack Jenkins doesn't have a hella good schedule. He took Jamal Emmers to a split decision and won. Chepe Mariscal has one loss in the UFC, I believe. Yes, and it's to Pat Sabatini, whatever. Not the best loss in the world. Also lost to Steve Garcia and Joe Anderson Burrito. Those are his, best fights of Chepe's career. So even that loss is pretty good. The beating up on taking 3 rounds to get Herbert Burns out of there is a little laughable. But if you even look at Gabe Santos's only losses are David Onama on short notice and Lerone Murphy by split decision. Lerone Murphy's top 5 in the fucking division. So yeah. I would say Jack Jenkins has had a tough ass schedule. I mean, Don Shanis wasn't the toughest man to ever, get put out of there. And his opinions on nappy-headed hose, Don Shanis over there. But Jamal Emmers is a tough customer, and Jamal Emmers has had the stiffest deck in this division that some people have ever seen. I'm going with Jack Jenkins. I think Jack Jenkins destroys Sean Woodson. Like Luke said, it's a way longer flight for Woodson on this one. He's already got one of the toughest weight cuts that he can possibly have. I mean, guys, look at the size of this man's head. It has to at least weigh 30 pounds. And then he's also, on top of that, 6'2" at 145 pounds. That's insane. That's victim weight. You thought that, homie Chase Hooper was a weight merchant. No, Chase Hooper just plays a lot of Fortnite and Goons. This guy, he has no excuse. He has all the intangibles or the tangibles in the world that he has to work with and is getting sun and is going outside, but his head just weighs 40 pounds. Give me Jack Jenkins. Jack Jenkins gets on the inside. Jack Jenkins might be better than Dan Ige at this point in Dan Ige's career. I think Jack Jenkins win this one.
I love it. All right,
this guy got dorsed by Julian fucking Erosa.
Next, we got Long Zhao versus the boy Francesco Nuzzi. Long Zhao coming off back-to-back losses, lost a decision.
You see, you need a newspaper today. I got you, Chief.
Shout out Christian Bale as a child in the movie The Newsies. He won on Road to UFC, lost on Road to UFC. He knocks out Quang Lee, loses to Suyu Young Yu, loses to Cody Garbrandt in a fight that he actually won, but he kept kneeing him in the nuts. 28-year-old Long Zhao. 30-year-old Italian Francesco Nuzzi, Berserker, they call him. Has a PFL win by head kick knockout. Lost by submission on the PFL. Won in Cage Warriors by knockout. Went to a no contest by an accidental groin kick. So both of these guys in their last fight, accidental groin kick.
Dude, the UFC has a very, very funny way of doing things. You know,
Yeah.
I like to think that Hunter Campbell and Mick Maynard sit there and they're like, what's the funniest thing we can do? Let's put 3 guys with like very similar names on the same card. Okay. And how about the guy who lost because he kicked guys in the nuts against the guy who won because he got kicked in the nuts? Like, that'd be great. It's a redemption arc.
Hold on, 2N.
Okay. I think Italians are weak.
Okay, so sorry, Francisco Nuzzi accidentally kicked his opponent in the groin, which was ruled accidental foul, no contest. So Nuzzi got a no contest after accidentally kicking somebody in the nuts, whereas Long Zhao lost the fight to Garbrandt from kneeing him and kicking him in the nuts. So
actual Italians from Italy, pussies. I don't think he wins this fight. Give me Long Zhao. Long Zhao might kick him in the nuts 5 times this fight. They're like, let's put 2 nut kickers against each other. Yeah, we're going to go into the UFC China card and we're going to put 2 guys who kick each other in the nuts. Like, it is almost like we're sneaking into Ape and Phil's room right now. Like, how jackassian this fight is.
this is super jackassian.
Pull up some comments. Take it from top to bottom. Yes, Lukey. And I just want to see a record, but they want to sell my information for it. What the
Apology. Used to like NBA Detroit Piston guy, though. He was going to be good. Thought he was going to be with stand-up. You talking about?
Used to like the NBA Detroit Piston guy, though he was going to be good.
Talking about Meta World Peace?
No, he's talking about Blake Griffin, I think.
Tayshaun Prince.
Tayshaun Prince. Okay, very wrong.
Is that not Tayshaun fighting? Like people in baseball who don't change stock but I get worried about double initial fighters like Chad Jenkins. I'm superstitious about that. You know? Never thought about that. I never ever thought about that. Double initial fighters like Preston Parsons, Evan Elder, Lawrence Liu, Jack Jenkins. No alliterations. Bobby Britt, Chris Crazy, Chris Curtis.
Oh.
Grab your overalls. Why you say that, Euro? I don't know, man.
Grab your overalls.
I think I would rather go dog or pass against Long Zhao. I really think I would rather go dog or pass against, with Long Zhao. The question is, why doesn't Nuzzi have to fight on the Contender Series to get in the UFC? Why do they just ship him off to Shanghai to fight this Chinese guy? It's probably because they know something we don't. And that's probably why Long Zhao's a minus 180 favorite. So, yeah.
No, what they know is, hey, he's from a market that we don't have capital on. And did Long Zhao have a different opponent before this? Let's just
the only fighters that were supposed to have a different opponent were John Giannis versus Lawrence Liu. Fizzled out. Lawrence Liu's now fighting someone else. Liu, who is still on the card versus Levi Rodriguez Jr. Again, LUI.
There's still time. There's still
Junior
time.
Tapa was supposed to fight Liu.
There's still time for one. What's his brother's name? What's Junior Tafa's brother's name or dad? I don't know.
Junior Tafa's brother's Justin Tafa.
There's still time for Justin Tafa to fill into this. So
no, there's not. But Junior Tafa was supposed to fight. He withdrew. Junior Tafa, such a disgrace. I mean, this guy loses by leg kicks in his last fight, gets choked out by Billy Iconic, and it's like the only guy he beat was the Indian guy. And yeah, he just lost to leg kicks. And apparently Liu is a great leg kicker. So that's probably why he withdrew. He's a coward. I guess I'm taking a dog shot on Francisco Nuzzi. I rate the PFL higher than the road to the fucking UFC, dude.
you could get a fight in the PFL tomorrow.
I don't think so. What am I
They
going to
just
fight?
got absorbed by Bellator.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Italian.
That's a shame. All right, can we take a... I have a few questions for you before we get to the next fight.
Okay.
I'm taking Long Zhao. It might be a Long Zhao, but it might be a Zhao that I always take. You miss 99% of the Zhaos you don't take. Luke, did you watch any of the Brand Risk Aiden Ross fights this past weekend?
Just some stuff that made it across my desk on the Instagram reels.
What did you see? What didn't you see? What were you intrigued in?
Refresh my memory.
Well, you know, we had Super Hot Fire versus Patty, Supreme Patty. Do you remember the guy who used to squish lemons in his eyes and then do crazy stunts?
I don't.
He was pretty much Steve will do it before Steve would do it. So this guy on Vine, he would just be squeezing lemons in his eyes and doing like backflips off of houses and into pools and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I think Super Hot Fire beat him. Great. A midget beat
I saw
one of the Island Boys up.
a little person.
LP. Shout out to Dwarf Mamba. Sorry.
He did, but yeah, he did. Yeah, I did see that.
How crazy is that?
Yeah,
And the Island Boy,
he can't fight at all.
I mean, man, like, but yeah.
Most folks with little personitis are on some sort of testosterone or human growth hormone. They have prescribed stuff by their doctor.
I think the Island Boy was
give me a guy who's shorter but on the juice versus an Island Boy who's skinny as a rail.
I think the Island Boy was more worried about the midget wrestling him, but then the midget's like, "Oh, you can't kick me in the fucking brain," which is so easy to do. You just lift your foot up and push him.
But it was
They're
a boxing
top
match.
heavy.
It was a boxing match.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was so, and now he agreed to do it MMA. He's like, I had him in a couple chokes. It's like, bro, don't go for chokes. Knee him in the head. You just gotta raise your knee 5 inches.
I think boxing, you know, it's like it's hard to punch down, you know.
Yeah, so you just raise your knee up 3 inches. You do it. Size doesn't matter. If so, elephant be king of the jungle. I mean,
Yoda is the most powerful Jedi, so.
Oh yeah, so we're all just talking about fictional stuff. I think elephants are pretty fucking dangerous, man.
And I think an elephant can stomp a lion into shit. Like,
yeah, I believe that elephants ruin African villages every week, once a week, and that's why they're like, yes, you come here, you hunt the elephant. You know what I mean? They tell you to come there and hunt the elephant because, you know, they look at. I'm 5'5". I was born with but that first thing people go for in a fight, like walk away. Smaller people can crack taller people. Okay.
I'm with you, Justin.
Okay.
I'm a little taller than 5'5". So,
but you know what? I'm 5'4.5" myself, and you saw the picture of me, Luke, and Dan. How tall are those guys? We're like the hobbits running around Mordor at this point. You know, we're a few under.
Alex is like 5'8". Alex is like 5'8", which is still short. Like you're like all girls think you're short. You know what I mean?
Hey, no, I'm shorter than that. I'm 5'4". Pull up the picture. Pull up the picture. I am 5'4". Okay. So what's that make you?
Yeah, you're 5'8". I'm 6'6". I mean, Dan, real short guy. Look, we got to roll. I got to pee. So take us through Saruya versus Bioras. You're taking Long Zhao.
First, I'm gonna hit the brand risk stuff. Crazy.
I'll be right.
Bob Menery, scam artist. He was waiting for something like that to happen so he could still get paid, and then maybe have a chance to fight again. If I'm Aiden, I'm like, yo, no, we're done paying you any money. He does do good promo though, so it could be a CM Punkian. What was the other good one on that? There was oh, dude, Larry Wheels tearing his fucking bicep was insane. I mean, he was honestly, I didn't expect a guy that big. Little guys like me, Luke, Justin, Dan. We all think like, oh yeah, you're going for glamour muscles. Every time that Larry Wheels touched, I know it's not the most prominent man in the world, but Vitaly has some pretty like a pretty good frame on him. He's like a bigger guy. He's got wide shoulders. He's pretty jacked. He beat up a woman in a park once, I think.
Wait, Bob Menery lost.
Bob Menery, Luke, got knocked down by YK Osiris. Do you know who YK Osiris is?
Yeah.
He's a rapper. Failed one. I like a lot of his music. Failed one. He has a lot of good features. He's a good feature guy, but never took off his own career. YK Osiris knocks Bob Menery down, and then while Bob Menery's on the ground, he punches him in the ribs. Not even that hard. Pull it up right now, please.
No.
Please, pull it up. Mute yourself. YK Osiris knocks him down. It's literally in the span of 40 seconds. YK Osiris knocks him down, then punches him in the ribs. Bob Menery sits there for 3.5 minutes arguing whether it's a fucking no contest or a disqualification. And the ref, who wants him to fight so bad, says to him, if you quit, you're losing the fight. If you quit, you're losing the fight. Clearly, Aiden had a fucking earpiece in that guy's ear because that's not the case. But he's like, you're not. Okay, beautiful. Play sound.
No.
Yes.
It's not letting me.
Bob Menery looks like he's on crack. And that's the end of the fight. That is the end of the fight. There's not another punch thrown except for YK calling out the next guy he's going to fight. He punched him in the ring. But the ref tells Bob 15 times, if you quit, you're not winning. Or he was like, if you quit, you lose. He was like, if you quit, you lose the fight. That's what the ref said. He did take a point away. But Bob is arguing. He's like, I should win by disqualification. And he's like, if you quit right now, you're losing the fight. That's what the ref keeps telling him.
So what happened?
It was a no contest. It was a no contest. Bob Menery argued with the ref for 3 minutes whether he should win, whether this win was promised to him, or if
That's hilarious.
But the ref, the issue is the ref kept telling him, if you quit, you're going to lose. And it's like, that's not the case. That's not what's happening at all. If he quits,
he should, yeah.
But yeah, so crazy. Did you see Larry Wheels tear his bicep?
Yes.
Insane. He also did a ground strike. These guys, they don't understand the rules of anything ever, apparently.
Yeah.
If you look at any streamer and what they do in their spare time, they don't understand any rules to anything. But yeah, that's crazy. I tore my bicep, and listen, I didn't get surgery, and I went back to training the next day. So I will say that I do understand, like, it's probably a lot worse when you have 70 pounds of weight on your arm and you have to use. I'm like, oh yeah, I have nothing. Like everything else still works. Whatever. I have a camel hump, but his look very significant. So, prayers out for Larry Wheels.
He seems to be a guy who's doing things the right way. He seems to really want to improve and get better. I just spilled some. I have to get paper towels. So just take us through the next fucking
Henry
fight.
Cejudo beat Marab in wrestling.
Oh, in wrestling at RAF.
Jordan Burroughs absolutely demolished Sean Brady.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
Like, yeah, man, we went out there, we tried,
He's like, I beat Craig Jones by decision. I can beat Jordan. No, you can't. And did you see
Craig
Dean
Jones
Thomas?
Guard.
Dean Thomas goes on the Deep Waters podcast. He's like, well, I am going to be cornering Sean Brady. They're like, even George Masvidal was like, Dean, what the fuck, dude? I defended you. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, and how does Tyrone Woodley feel right now?
Well, apparently, who came out? Kevin Gastelum came out and said Dean Thomas was What?
Oh.
He said Dean Thomas was leaking critical information to Tyron Woodley while pretending to be friends with Robbie Lawler.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then did you see Hector Lombard was like, Dean, I tell you to your face, you a fake fuck. You a fake fuck. You know what they call he goes, you know what we call that in Australia? I'm like, Australia, Paul.
Australia.
What the fuck are you talking about? Cuban or Brazilian or some shit. He's like, in Australia, we call that an imposter. You are an imposter. I sent you this. You didn't see this. So funny.
I think that's
remember. I tell you to your face, you're a fake fuck.
Luke, it's so funny you bring
Perfect
that up.
Hector Lombard.
I was just thinking about when Vitor Belfort was like, Anderson Silva wears a mask. Today, I was like, the way people talk about each other and how much they took offense to it back then, like something as small as Anderson Silva wears a mask when he talks to you guys.
And then he came out with the fucking mask on.
Jabberwocky.
And people go, what was that? And I was like, he said he wears a mask. You guys, Anderson Silva was an artist.
You guys are not on MMA Linker, clearly. You guys are clearly not on the fucking...
Dude, people were just like, well, what was that about? It's like, because remember when Vitor said he wears a mask? Try to keep up, guys. Try to keep the fuck up. 9 comments. Hold on. Sun's out on 5-6. It's called photosynthesis, Justin. Joe Pesci from Goodfellas, my inspiration. Okay. Yeah, dude.
I like Joe Pesci in Casino more. Hey, you. I can't say it on the mic.
White guy looks like Garcia, Steve Garcia. Menafield, live that life, always Euro. Menafield. It's Bob Menafree. Yeah, I love how he said Menafield. And he corrected it. He's not Alonzo Menafield. It's Bob Menafree. The Raider game Thursday. I hate Aiden O'Connell, but there's Wilson Stereo car. Anderson Silva run 100 times better than Islam. Yeah, stop, people. Islam Makhachev looks like shit after getting beat up by Ian Gary. And now we got Umar Nurmagomedov. Like, who cares? Who caresville? Population, Umar, Islam, Usman. What?
Who's fighting him?
Umar Nurmagomedov. It's the main event of this card we're breaking down. Like I said, who caresville?
Oh, I thought you had inside info on who Islam was fighting next. I thought you were like, oh,
yeah, Islam will be back next October. No, not next October. He'll be back next October. Islam's going to fight October of 2027.
Brother, we need to wait till Mercury retrograde, brother. No fight until Mercury.
We are a lunar-based calendar in Islam. We have to wait for the moon to go round and round again.
Hey, my wife's Muslim. She works every single day. That's crazy. You guys are sitting here, you can't train when your whole entire job is to fight, and
by the way, Islam Makhachev hasn't seen his kids in like fucking 4 years. Like the guy
He's never seen his wife.
Like, it's like, yeah, okay, so if you guys don't raise your kids, you don't fucking Khabib's like, I never change diapers. It's like, so what is it that you guys fucking do? Like, it seems to me like you ride four-wheelers and train to fight.
Well, I'll tell you, if in my experience, a lot of the guys, they engulf themselves in work and make a lot of money for their family. But since these guys only have to work 25 minute per year, they have to make other things for themselves. Hockey tournament with Putin this month. You know what I mean? I go and hold hands with a guy who's super rich and he gives us $300,000, and for some reason that's allowed. It's all
Bin Laden, you mean Agent John Osman of the CIA?
Actual hero.
How about that fucking guy, John Karaki Cuckoo, who's like, I was in Afghanistan, I saw a talking dog.
That guy, I don't know what to think of that guy. Dude, he's hilarious. Everything he says cracks me up.
He's like, I looked at the dog. I said, "Oh, you're in the CIA. I'm in the CIA." He's like, "Yeah, I'm in the CIA." It's like, can somebody fucking check this guy? He just said he fucking saw a talking dog.
Do we have any credentials? Okay. Do we have any history of this man? And you know what? If I was in any type of law enforcement, I'd be like, yeah, they hit me with the thing from Men in Black, and
I think they hit him with the thing from Men in fucking Black. Hey, people say, "What's a disinformation agent?" I don't know. Maybe the fucking guy who's on Joe Rogan podcast talking about how he met a talking dog.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe that dog. Guy. Hey, here's one. Do we think this guy might be spewing some disinformation? Like, talk about fucking 100 deeds for Eddie McDowd over here.
And then the other alien
shout out Nickelodeon, shout out.
Who's the alien guy he always has on?
Dude, I can't even keep up anymore. You know what I do? I don't give a fuck. That's what I do.
And I don't read the comments, and I don't.
I read the comments on all these videos, and everybody's like,
"I'm kidding."
No, I'm saying, I know, but I'm saying this guy's like, all the comments are like, "I hate this guy, Joe Rogan. I hate this guy that he's interviewing, and I hate everything." The comments seem to know what the fuck's up. They'll tell you those are bots. I'm like, no, these are the only real fucking people in the world.
Any of size.
I really cultivate my feed to be a specific way. It's like, brother, you're mentally handicapped, and
it's like I don't ever see fights on my algorithm ever. It's like, fire this man. How about that? Hey, maybe we get a guy who gives a fuck.
He's like, I purposefully correlated to goth baddies. Like, yeah. I don't.
Me too. Guess what? I still see the fucking. I still
purposely curate my feed to be goth baddies. I don't want to see fights. Yeah, I see so many fights.
Like, yeah, me fucking too. But if I'm not sick of it, you don't get to be sick of it. Okay. Like, you can have both. You can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, Dana. You can look at the golf baddies, and you can. I see fucking Waffle House fights and goth baddies, and I still am bereft. I know everything about this UFC. Nothing doesn't make it across my desk.
I blocked ONE FC because they were harassing me too much with, oh yeah, this guy, and I'm like, fuck that guy. He comes in the UFC 16-0 in ONE FC and gets knocked the fuck out. Fuck this. I don't need this clouding my memory or algorithm any longer. I blocked ONE FC. I still break down ONE FC bullshit. I gotta piss. You gotta go.
Hurry up. I gotta go get paper towels. I spilled something. Fucking Ray Soria taking on Kevin Bjorhaus. Listen, guys, Kevin Bjorhaus never did no wrong by me. I think I just got to ride with Kevin Bjorhaus because people ain't learning their fucking lesson over here about Kevin Bjorhaus. I see some knockout losses on Kevin Bjorhaus records. You know what I don't see? Submission loss. You know what I don't see? Him getting taken down. I love the Black Cat. You know, I kind of think he pieces fucking Ray Saruya up here, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, both these guys, what do they have in common? They both went to decision with Josh Van. They both went to a decision with Josh Van. This guy won a contract off the Contender Series. Ray Saruya is obviously very good. But I don't know. I mean, I look at him like submission guy. I look at him like ground and pound guy. And I just don't see him catching homeboy Bjorhaus. I don't see him catching him. I don't see him taking him down. Bjorhaus is too fleet of foot. He's going to piece this guy up. I hope. This is what I hope happens. He's a giant underdog. I'm rocking with Kevin Bjorhaus here. That's my pick. And that's that, and that's all, folks. I mean, I'm just not taking Ray Saruya at -600 over Kevin Bjorhaus after what he did to Andre Lima. He beat the fuck out of Andre Lima. And people are going to say, oh, he ran the whole time. He did. Guys, he looked like fucking Anderson the Spider Silva out there. He was beating the fuck out of him. So it's kind of a no bet, but you'd sooner catch me riding with Bjorhaus one more again. Let's ride with Bjorhaus one more again before we fucking end up siding with homeboy Ray Saruya over here. I don't rate Louis Garul. Meanwhile, in the next fight, we got Andre Lima, who just lost to Kevin Bjorhaus, versus Namsrai Batibar. I'm taking Andre Lima. I think he's actually fought people. He's actually had UFC experience. He does well when folks are coming forward. This guy's going to come forward. So I'm taking Lima here. I'm kind of going to say, this guy's Mongolian. Mongolians are like the Mexicans of China. They have great durability. They have a heart. They knock down city walls. Genghis Khan shit. So I'm going with Andre Lima. I think you gotta hope he gets the finish. Here, but I could see it go in the distance. Andre Lima has gone the distance with Mitch Raposo. He's gone the distance with homeboy. He took him 3 rounds to choke out Daniel Barres. He went the distance with Felipe Dos Santos. He was losing that fight with Severino before Severino bit him. But I think, we got to hope that Lima has something to motherfucking prove here and gets a finish here. So, Alex, break down Bjorhaus versus Saruya, break down Lima versus Batibar. I'll be right back.
Luke's sitting here saying Luis Gruel doesn't matter. Well, what does Imanol mean? I know he trains with, DC. I like Imanol, but, he lost on the Ultimate Fighter. And Sumaderji, the Tibetan Eagle, that's not the best comp in the world. Sure, I'd love to go with Kevin Bjorhaus. And I think I will go with Kevin Bjorhaus just because he's such a significant dog. And as Luke said, the El Gallo Negro has faced some pretty tough competition. But this guy, Ray Tassiria, this is a dog or pass situation for me. Shout out to Cody. But he's fought some pretty tough comp too. I appreciate Josh Van. I appreciate Luis Garul. I think Luis Garul is pretty fucking good, man. And he came in on short notice and beat up on Ray Taisura. You always got to worry with these guys. I'm going with Kevin Bjorhaus. It's a strict principle situation. You don't take a guy who's -600, 2-1 in the UFC. Sure, his only loss is against the champ, but Carlos Hernandez is ass 3-4 in the UFC, and you took him all the way to a decision. I think Ray Taisura is pretty good, but it's just a matter of you don't bet a -600 fighter who's fighting in his 3rd UFC fight or 2nd or 4th UFC fight. You just don't take that. Kevin Bjorhaus has been there. All of his losses have been to guys in the big show who are pretty decent, he's grown, he's learned, he's going to win this fight. And he got to win against the guy in the next fight, as Luke said, Andre Lima. Andre Lima, who's a minus 250 favorite against this goddamn Mongolian who knocked down my city walk. I think you got to go with Andre Lima. I hate to say it, but you got this guy. Every single one of his wins are by finish. Andre Lima is a durable guy. It's minus 250 his way. I know it's not the most attractive line in the world, but you go with Andre Lima. It's like Ray Tasuya is probably going to win, but this is a similar matchup, and you're getting way better odds. In fact, Andre Lima is low-key better than Tatsuya Taira. Not Tatsuya Taira. What the fuck is that guy's name? Rise Suraya. Like, Rise Suraya does not deserve a minus 600. Honestly, you're getting Andre Lima for a steal at this price, minus 250. His only loss is Kevin Beerhouse in the UFC. He's fought some pretty decent guys. He's done super well for himself. I think Andre Lima wins this. I think Kevin Beerhouse has a chance of winning his fight. There's no way that guy should be minus 600.
I'm back.
All right, word. I agree with you. I think Kevin Beerhouse is a value play. Even if he loses, it's a good value play. Like, he has the higher strength of competition. It's been in the big show longer.
Well, you're wrong there. No value on a losing ticket, buddy.
He could win it. That's what I'm saying. But I think Andre Lima beats this guy who has every single fight he's won has been by finish. He has never seen the later rounds, and he has never fought anybody that you've fucking heard of in your entire life.
Yeah, so we go Lima. I think we go Lima by late finish, maybe a little late choke.
I think second round sub.
Yeah.
Just like he lost his last fight, this guy. He's only had 3 fights ever go to the second round, and one of the 3 he has lost.
All right.
By sub.
Next, we got Bilal. Bilal Hassan Minaj Piker Jr. versus Nielsen Rojas. Nielsen Rojas is
this guy. He was just on Contender Series.
Yes, he knocked out the Indian guy
a week ago. No,
week in 6 days. Yeah, and same with Anthony Wint. Dana loves to just like turn these guys around and get them going quick again.
That's when he starts going like this. When he like curls his upper lip over his top.
Remember he said he was like, Dana White Contender Series fighters have been paid $2 million or whatever, right?
That counts John Mahal Hill. That counts
Sugar Sean
O'Malley.
and by the way, even if you divide it, like I did the math, and it was like it was like UFC Contender Series payouts.
Hey, it's far better than the Ultimate Fighter payouts ever.
So yeah, Dana White reveals that the Contender Series graduates have made $252.3 million since 2017. So we do.
Sugar Sean has 100,000 of that.
Yeah, we go 2.3, 252, 300. 252,300,000 divided by 9 years. Okay. And then how many Contenders Series graduates? I did this math already, but I'm going to do it again for you guys. Series graduates have there been? 333 fighters. Divided by 333 equals. Okay, so in 9 years, these fighters have earned an average of $84,000 each. Okay, that's the average. But then you have outliers like Jamal Hill, Sean O'Malley, who have earned a fuckload more than $84,000 in 9 years.
Decreases the average for everybody else. Like Orion Koski. How much do you think he made?
Yeah, so they've earned an average of $84,000 a year over the last 9 years. Like, Dana, do you think we don't know how to do fucking math, dude? Like,
Call Joe Selecki right now. Ask him how much he made.
you make Anthony Wint made a disclosed 10,000 a show, 10,000 a win coming off the Contender Series against a guy who was making 12 and 12 who didn't come in off the Contender Series, Chapman. So it's like you're telling me that these guys on average, by the way, have made $84,000 a year. And that's if they're still around, right? But you have outliers like Sugar Sean, Jamal Hill, who have headlined big cards. And I mean, even Sugar Sean's like doesn't make $1 million to fight. It's such bullshit. It's like, Dana, it's been 9 years and there's been 333 fighters. Okay, you paid him $252 million. Divided by 9, divided by 333. Like, what are we doing here? You think you're bragging about something? You're not bragging about shit.
I think this is a perfect topic to have one Joe Selecki, who doesn't want to fight anymore, talk about, to be honest.
And by the way, $84,000 a year. You think they're fighting once a year? Like, they're fighting fucking 3 times a year. So they've made 30 grand per fight per year on average. Less than that.
Yeah, because a lot of the guys who do get contracts, like, we
They fight
remember
for
all
10
the
and 10, then they
good
fight for
ones.
12 and 12, then they fight for 14 and 14, then they fight for 16 and 16.
And
That's their
on
first
top
4
of
fights.
that, Luke, like, we're not forgetting the guys who just won on the Contender Series and lost out. You know, at least Joe and guys like who's another guy off the Contender Series, similar to Joe, that, you know, fought like at least 5, 6, 10 fights in the UFC. Austin Hubbard, you know, like, these guys, they're not making the most money in the world, but at the same time, like, you know, I've been a guy who complains about fighters talking about fighter pay. It's like the guys who are making the most money are the ones complaining about fighter pay, though, and they're not willing to do anything about that. Where in the NFL, you know, they went on lockout, MLB went on lockout, like NBA went on lockout because they had
Joe
a
won on the
conglomerate.
Contender Series. He fought Matt Wyman. He fought Matt Wyman for 10 and 10. He fought Austin Hubbard for 12 and 12. He fought Jim Miller for 14 and 14. He loses to Jared Gordon. He wins against Alex De Silva. That's 16 and 16. He wins against Carl Deaton III. Lost. It says here on Tapology, $50,000 disclosed earnings. It says through AI Gemini that he made an estimated $150,000 to $250,000 over his professional MMA career. Like, what are we doing here, guys?
That's crazy, but at the same time, as somebody who has like a remote job, who, you know, I'm not gonna snitch on myself here, but Lou, yourself, do you work 9 hours a day?
Joe Selecki, his UFC career.
Luke, do you? Just quick question: do you work 9 hours a day, 9 to 5? Right.
I
That's
also
9
am not snitching on myself, but he made his debut in 2019. He retired in 2025. So it's like, that's 6 years he made that. You know what I mean? You're not doing the math right. 100 and like 150. We'll take 250. 250K divided by 6 years is $41,000 a year. That's fucking base salary for the worst job ever 10 years ago. That's what I made in 2015 out of college. You know what I'm saying?
Hypothetically speaking, though, Luke, you only work at most
You have to
30
train.
minutes a fucking
You
year.
have to train.
Oh, okay, Lukey communism now. Okay.
The work,
I see what
the
you're
work
saying.
is done behind the scenes. The pay. It's like saying, like,
Luke,
If I close a
What
deal,
does Chael
I
Sonnen always
make
say?
$50,000. Cool. I didn't make $50,000 in a minute. It was all the time that I had to work to get to that stage where they signed the contract.
Luke, what does Chael Sonnen always say? The most you can train is 3 hours a day. That means that you have how many hours are you awake?
Well, still,
a day?
I just did the math, and if we're taking Joe Selecki's high-end estimated earnings, we're talking $41,000 a year. And even if you work part-time, 3 hours a day.
You can work full-time if you train 3 times a day. It's an hour a training session, Luke.
You're out of your mind.
I'm out of my mind. I'm out of my mind.
Listen, I'm not saying we should pay him more. I'm just saying don't be bragging about how Dana White. Don't be Dana White bragging about how you pay them so much when you know you don't.
I train 3 times a day on a full credit college schedule while working overnights. I did all 3 at once, and guess how much they were paying me to train? $0 with 0 payoff and 0 money to be the outcome. I did it because I liked to do it. Okay? And that's what a lot of these guys are doing.
You guys see what I have to deal with?
Hey, I'll go as far as to say you have to work more hours to be a streamer than you have to be an MMA fighter. Because they're streaming 8 hours a day every day. You're training, 3 hours a day and fighting fucking an hour a year? You're fighting an hour a year. Okay? Like that, and training 3 hours a day every day. Anybody out there who has a real fucking job and works their real fucking job to make less money per minute every single time, you don't have to train 3 times a day. Most guys don't. Most guys do not train 3 hours a day. And you see that every fucking Saturday of your life. This is bullshit. I'm tired of hearing about fighters don't get paid enough. Fighters, hey, look at Tommy McMillan, who made a name for himself, sits out here, talks his shit, has another job on top of that, right? Has another job, had another job the whole time he was training. Like, these guys, they just don't want it enough. And that's the difference. Hey, guess what? Tom Brady had to go to fucking 8 hours of classes every single day. Okay? Do you want to be the greatest, or do you want to not be? Or do you want to be John Jones and just be God's gift to earth and not have to do anything? Which there have been guys in other sports to do just that. Look at Lawrence Taylor. You know, he did coke 7 hours a day. Exact comparison to Tom Brady. Lawrence Taylor, one of the best linebackers to ever live. So, you know, there are obviously outliers, but most of you guys need to have a fucking job. And do the thing on top of that. So I'm sick of people talking about fighter pay. Yeah, over Hoofty. Luke, you there? Or do I got to go off again? About how there are... Even if you were the heaviest sleeper in the world, you sleep 12 hours a fucking night. Right? Let's say 8 hours, and then you take 4 hours for fucking recovery after your training. You can still work an 8 hour day. Right there. Easily.
You're being right. I'm talking about apples and oranges here. Verhuthi Floofin, good to see you. I'm just saying, I don't think anybody should be paid more. I hate these guys. I'm just saying that they should. Dana White's bragging about money.
Joe should have been paid more, and that's the extent of it.
Like, I like Joe, but I'm just saying, like, Dana's bragging about how Contender Series alumni have made $252 million. Okay, do the math on it. That's an average of this. We just did the math, and Joe spent 6 years in the UFC, and if AI is correct, he made $250,000 at most, half after tax as an independent contractor. Then, if you do the math, he made $41,000 a year. That's what I made fresh out of college, entry-level sales job in New York City, and it wasn't enough to fucking live on. So, and by the way,
in New York City, though.
And by the way, $41,666 after
the most
tax.
expensive city in the entire fucking world.
Yeah, and this was in 2016. But after fucking tax, Joe's making half that.
Don't make me Don't make me don't make me hammer out right now. I'm about to hammer out. Okay.
You're not even hammer. You're not even hammer fucking certified.
Oh my gosh, I'm about to get hammer certified.
You don't know how to do math. You don't know math.
Give me any two numbers ever.
45 and 23.
I know both of them.
Okay. Rick Glassman.
68, bitch.
All right. So we just did our picks. We both picked Limo. We both picked Bjorhaas. Bilal Hassan Minaj Piker Jr. versus Nelson Rojas. Nelson Rojas.
I love how you could have just parsed them out differently throughout your breakdown, like Hassan Minaj, Hassan Piker, but instead you said Hassan Minaj Piker, and I love you for that even more.
So, this is a good fight, right? Because you have one guy who, Bilal Hassan, I mean, you would think he's a prodigy at this point, right? Like, he came out there, he fucking stomped a mud hole in Murdal Salaki's ass.
But he's Indian.
But before that, beat a 7-0 guy at CFFC. Round 1 knockout. Before that, round 4 knockout in a headlining fight against Jason Eastman. Before that, body shot knockout, round 2. He's killing it. He's doing well. I don't know, though. What do you guys think about this one?
I think that you shouldn't put too much stock into anybody knocking out an Indian in the first round. That's my opinion. And hey,
I kind of think it's dog or pass.
I think it's dog or pass as well. I mean, you don't bet on this fight, but like the right pick is the guy who stomps out dudes from areas without a lot of good fighters, and Peru is one of them. This guy looks short, stocky, ripe for the picking. This other guy looks like the light heavyweight champion. What's his name? The Black Jag. Who's the Black Jag? What's his name? Light heavyweight champion of the world. Nobody knows his name. That's the thing. You can't even find this information online. There's no way to even know who the Black Jag is. Give me Hassan Piker. I want to kill you. Not in the ring. Guys, I'm doing a reference. I do not mean that. I actually love Hassan Piker. Good friend of mine. We spoke over some lattes once. I asked him why he painted his nails. He had no answer, really. Told me the patriarchy told him. Give me Bilal Hassan, but if I'm betting on anything, I'm going the double Rojas. Rojas and Brojas over here. Call him Brojas. A good buddy cop.
One of these Peruvian underdogs is winning.
One of the Peruvians. One of them, Luke. I love how you're just letting me tie my own noose. Like, please, stop me at any time when I have to. Maybe pull up a few comments instead of looking at your damn phone. You're like a woman on that phone.
So you're going also with the Peruvian Nielsen Rojas.
No, I'm going with Hassan. But if I'm not telling you to bet Hassan, he's a minus 600 fucking favorite. You do not bet that. He is going to win.
Next,
but
we got
I
Levi
don't
Rodriguez.
take too much stock into Indian knockouts.
Next, we got Levi Rodriguez Jr. versus C. Lu, the Oriental Dragon. 3-1, coming off a knockout win 2 months ago, versus a guy who. What happened here?
McAfee is coming in from the grave.
Okay, so Levi Rodriguez Jr. knocks out Brittany Vidal in round 1, tests positive for nandrolone metabolites, and then his Contender Series win is overturned. Then he loses to Felipe Franco, round 2, punches from Mount. I remember that fight. Okay, yeah. I remember that fight. I picked Franco. Levi Rodriguez Jr. He's a little bitch. Yeah, give me Si Lu, the Oriental Dragon. Yeah, give me. I mean, I don't know though.
Hey, I don't think they like to be called that anymore.
Well, Oriental is a term that is used for things, so it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Like an Oriental rug. You don't. A dragon wouldn't be Oriental. It would be.
Well, maybe it is because it's not real. You know.
Yeah, this is a stay away fight, right? Because I hate this guy, Levi Rodriguez Jr. I faded him against Franco as an underdog. I took Franco not only to win, but by knockout. He did. He did win by knockout as an underdog. And my reason was because this guy tested positive for Neanderthal metabolites. And, and I said, this guy, he won his fight off the Neanderthal, got overturned. Now he's going to get his ass beat. But I don't think this Chinese guy is going to grapple him. He's 3-1. So I'm going to actually.
Oh my gosh! You need to go to the comments right now.
No.
And start it from the top, because Justin did hit me with something that I am 100% going to do. God, baddies always want to be chook. They stick their neck out there after you give coffee.
Those are just Instagram videos, my brother. Those are just Instagram videos.
I mean, if Golf Batty puts her neck in my arms when I'm doing a rear naked because there's a coffee in between it, that honestly, that's her fault, not mine. Go on. Are your livers and bladder bad? Hey, brother, we've been here for an hour and 51 minutes. I took one piss break. Okay. Syra versus Asukara. Luke, keep going. Parlay, triad, one more. I bet their price is minus 400 each. Okay. Borjas need a bone in his Apocalypto Jesus. A nose.
It does look like the guy from Apocalypto, yes.
There's no appreciation in MMA Europe. None whatsoever. Fact. Euro eats a lot. Goddamn fact. Sorry, Lukey. Yes. Okay, butthead. Euro, instead, Seattle Life, go with shirt off, Toyota pickup, your favorite football team, tattoo, red solo cup can be just water in your cup holder. Okay. And listen, Dwight Yoakam, streets of Bakersfield, little bit of country, a little bit of rock, Mexican music. Olberg, that is the blackjack. Thank God somebody knows him. Olberg with hands of death, maybe 86 perfect hands of death. Won't read that one. I'm pretty sure my top
ramen is a flavor. It is a thing.
But I will say, when I go to Seattle, I will be driving a Toyota Tacoma. You better believe that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, so I just don't know how I'm supposed to not pick, even though I hate him, Levi Rodriguez Jr. against a 3-1 guy.
I'm taking Levi Rodriguez. And Luke, this guy's 3-1. The Chinese
But he's got a big kickboxing record.
Big kickboxing record, schmeckard. Okay,
so
we're not going with that.
They gave Justin Jr. whatever Tafa what he wanted by saying, "Hey, here's a guy who's a fucking kickboxer. Go ahead, fight him, Mister. I'm a kickboxer." And he was like, "Oh, he kick in the legs. I can't do that fight, oos." So then he pulls out, and then they go, "Who do we fucking hate? The guy who fucking popped positive for steroids and sucks ass. How about him?" So then they throw him in here. So that's why maybe there's something we don't know about this kickboxing Chinese dragon guy, and he might just knock the fucking baby monster out because Levi Rodriguez is a bitch made guy, dude. He's such a bitch made guy. So,
but I'm half convinced that these Chinese guys with such great jawlines and such defined cheekbones are using implants.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm going with Levi Rodriguez Jr., I guess, too.
But Luke, did you know
dog shit card for betting, for watching, for everything, dog shit card.
Luke, did you know that Yao Ming's parents were contracted by the Chinese government to have him because they were the tallest people in China ever? Did you know that?
Yeah.
And they hated each other. But yeah, I loved them both. And I heard that both ways. But next up, we got Alex Perez, Turbo Perez versus Sumaderji. Was this a no? Yeah, it was a no contest. What happened last time, Luke? Groin strike by Sumaderji. Luke, I mean, if you're so entertained by everything else going on in your life, please.
I'm not.
Get to it, please.
I'm not.
But we're talking Sumaderji versus Alex Turbo Perez for the second time, the 2-time.
Running it back. I felt Sumaderji was getting the better of Perez in that fight. The line has now moved. He was a very slight favorite originally. Now he is a -210 favorite. I'm going with Sumaderji. I think Perez took the coward's way out last time. I'm going with Sumaderji.
The only issue is that Alex Turbo Perez is cut from the same cloth as Cody Durden. Is Cody Durden the guy who has all the Infinity Stones? Or are we talking about the flyweight guy who looks like Joe Selecki if somebody squished him?
Yeah.
Cody Brundage. I think Alex Perez finds a way. Alex Perez, I can't get heads or tails on this guy. But if you look at the guys he's lost to, all amazing fellas. Joe Benavidez fought for a title. Davidson Figueiredo was a title holder. Alex Pantoja, title holder. Muhammad Makayev, cut from the UFC for being too good. Tatsuya Taira, title challenger. Asu Amabayev, maybe the next title challenger? Who knows? So this guy, he's fought at the top of the top, the toughest competition. I'm going to take Alex Perez. I agree with Luke. I do think that Sumaderji was kind of getting the better of those exchanges in the first half. And I do think that Alex Perez took the coward's way out. But Luke, have you ever read Sun Tzu, Art of War?
Yeah.
So you would know that you do whatever they say to do.
Fight your
enemy where you are powerful. You pick the time, you pick the place. You say, "Oh, meet me here," and you show up late.
That's Book of Five Rings.
The Book of Five Rings. You show up late. You show up late. You say, "Oh, you got me this time in the balls. We will see each other on the battlefield." I guarantee Alex Perez, he sits around in that back room for a little longer. Not because he's scared, because he knows you make them come to you. Or you see them after they are already there because they are honorable men and you are a fucking liar, you're a scoundrel. I don't know.
I don't know either, but I do think Sumaderji beats the fuck out of Alex Perez this time in China.
I agree. But sometimes you gotta let your nuts hang.
I mean, Sumaderji.
Hey, did you buy that shirt like that, brother? Why has it got so many damn holes in it?
It says he's fighting out of Sacramento, California.
Hey, did you get that shirt half off? You get that shirt half off?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna fade Alex Perez in every fight he's in for the rest of his career, personally. So, who are you going with?
I'm going with Turbo.
Turbo, yeah, it makes sense.
Run it back, Turbo.
Good value, good value.
Did you get that shirt half off? I know everyone's wondering. did you get that shirt half off?
It's my fishing shirt, bro. It's my fishing shirt.
Why? So every hook can possibly get into every little crevice of your skin wasn't enough. You needed to give the hook more.
This is easy, dude. This is easy. It's very expensive.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
It's not.
I know.
No, you didn't. You thought it was.
No, I didn't.
All right, so next we got Arishi Lang versus Kaya Sakura. This one's pretty cut and dry for me. I'm taking Kaya Sakura. Kaya Sakura by knockout.
Man, this is actually a lot tougher for me because I think that Kaya Sakura is an untested, padded record man. I know he beat Horiguchi, but he also lost to Horiguchi. He did a lot of great things.
How's he bad at record? He fought Pantoja. And Arishi Lang's not going to submit
He
his
fought Pantoja in his first UFC fight ever, I believe.
for sure. He fought Horiguchi. He fought Manel Cape. He fought Horiguchi. He fought Manel Cape. He's fought Horiguchi and Manel Cape 2 times each.
You know what? And you know what my parents used to make me do when I got a question wrong on a spelling test? 3 times each. So I guess I'll go with Kaya Sakura. I thought he'd beat Pantoja. And maybe I'm having a little bit of a bias here.
No, you're thinking of
everything. I fucked up literally everything. I don't know what I just did.
You look good. You look good.
Well,
he says your pants have a few tears in it, Alex.
Of course, dude.
It looks easy now that you say it. Damn, that shit's fly. It is fly. It is fly, and it's Amazon. But you just wear it enough, wash it enough, and it looks like easy.
Dude,
that's kind of strategy.
You know what? The strategy is you wear clothes until they get holes in them, and then they look cool.
Yeah.
There's no. Hey, and guys, let me tell you a little tea on Luke. When he was back in the day, after he saw The Outsiders, he would take his jeans, brand new jeans, and cut little holes in them with a fucking knife.
I never did that.
He saw The Outsiders and he thought he was a wop all of a sudden.
No, I did read The Outsiders. I did read The Outsiders, and I thought that was the cool shit. And I told my friends we should all make a gang and go fight other schools. And we all would fantasize about this all the time. But doing rumbles. But no, I never cut holes in my jeans.
Luke
I cut jeans off to make jean shorts.
Luke bought a leather jacket, which is fashionable now, but at that time
I didn't buy a leather
gayest shit you could possibly get.
I bought a leather jacket when I was in 2nd grade because I wanted to be the Fonz.
Oh yeah, no, you looked like Michael Jackson, little baby Michael Jackson, who should be exonerated for all for everything that.
You know what's funny? When I was in 4th grade, we were mom and dad were figuring out where I was going to go to school, and they were like, maybe Luke will go to this Catholic school, and I was like, well, I was like, I'm gonna wear this leather jacket. They took me to visit the Catholic school, and I was like, I'm gonna wear my leather jacket. They're gonna know what time it is as soon as I show up. They're gonna be like, this kid's too bad to come to our Catholic school.
Meanwhile, you look like fucking if Harry met Fonzie. If Harry met Fonzie in terms of Harry Potter meets Fonzie from fucking Happy Days.
When I put the leather jacket on, Mom was like, "Oh, you look nice." I was like, "Little does she know, they're gonna think I'm a
bad boy.
I'm a bad boy," and they're gonna be like, "Oh, who's this rough kid coming into our Catholic school?" That was what was going on in my head. In my head, I was like, yeah, they're not even gonna let me in to the school when they see this leather jacket, dude.
They're gonna think I ride motorcycles or something.
They're gonna be like, no way can this kid. Hey, we see the leather jacket. Get him out of here.
You must have a switchblade up your sleeve.
So crazy that I thought that. I really did think that though, and I was like, my mom has no clue what I'm up to here. I was like, I can't believe she's let me wear this. Little does she know, I look like a total bad boy. All right, so I'm going with guys.
Hold on. Pull up some comments real quick. Pull up some comments. No, your pants should, Lukey. What does that mean? Have holes in them? Yo, Justin, I didn't know you swung that way.
I'm wearing Lululemons, buddy.
And Euro. Still more water for Euro. He wasted take the water away. Okay. Laughing.
Here's for Hoofty Floofy. Finish this all day IPA.
Coffee for me. I'm more of a I'm more of a straight and narrow type of guy. Straight arrow Gennaro is what they call me. I'm gonna wear a shirt exactly like Lukey Friday at the concert.
What brand is it?
It's
What brand is it? Oh, no label.
Kanye.
No label. What's it say?
Listen, for Hoofty or Justin,
It doesn't say anything.
you gotta understand the game, the greatest in the game. That's why he is the game. It's kind of like the Matrix to a certain extent.
Yeah, Verhoofty or Justin, don't worry about your shirt. Worry about your shoes. You gotta have good shoes for that concert.
No, you gotta wear bad shoes.
No,
Otherwise, no. If you wear good shoes,
you buy new
you're in
shoes.
Fresno, and you're wearing Jordans to a fucking Lil Wayne versus the Game. You're sitting there and you're asking for trouble, my friend.
No, you got to get really good shoes, some solid jeans, a plain T-shirt, and then a good jacket. That's what I want for you. 9 Zhao 9 Nan Yan versus Denise Gomez. Dog or pass for me. I feel like Yan Zhaonan, she does this thing where she like goes, yeah. And just it's not enough. It's never enough. I think Denise Gomez is going to walk forward, look more formidable, look more intimidating, be bigger. She's going to big sis her up in this bitch.
Luke, you know what I say to you?
Yeah, what?
9999. It's 9. Bro, the dog or pass situation is only for huge dogs. This is value on 9. 9 is so much better than Denise Gomez. I know that Denise Gomez looks the part of somebody who comes up to you in a leather jacket and pulls a switchblade. But hey, 9's the way better fighter. You are insane. And, 999. Let's go. No in German, in case you guys didn't know.
But don't you look at that loss against Verna Jandaroba and you go like, I mean, I know Denise's not going to take her down like Verna.
Verna Jandaroba is your cross-eyed sister, Luke. She is good at fighting, and she only has.
It's Jan by decision.
Verna Jandaroba is the true grit of the UFC.
I could see Denise Gomez like making her hit the deck a couple times. You know what I mean?
Luke, what's the line from True Grit?
Or should I say your eye?
Or should I say your eye? Verna Jandaroba is a bad bitch, and if you're gonna talk dirt on my cross-eyed queen, you're insane. Verna Jandaroba is awesome. Zhao Hanan Jan Blachowicz is a great fighter, and I'm going to take 9. And these are super generous odds. And I'm going to capitalize on it tonight just so I make sure I get this favorable line for the queen.
All right. If you say so. I'll go with Jan.
All right. What do you think about this fucking crab in a bucket matchup? Umar Nurmagomedov, who is the he's like the mix between Habib and the guy in the PFL who actually goes for knockouts, because Umar will throw some like fruity ass kicks out there, none of them good, but at the same time he doesn't have the best wrestling in the world. Cody Sandhagen, was able to withstand the brunt of the wrestling.
He used to have a good kick. He used to have a kick like a katana.
Yeah, it used to be really good.
That Brian Kelleher fight, wow, like he had a good kick.
Yeah, but Brian Kelleher was too busy learning how to play a fucking ukulele instead of learning how to fucking fight.
I mean, his last 5 fights have gone to decision. He hasn't had a finish since 2023. when he finished Honey Baloney. And
He was
then
a pretty tough customer.
in hindsight, proven so. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, when I first saw this, it said open and shut case, Umar by decision. But then I started to think about it, and I said, Yadong Song, man, like, look, 6 decision losses. It seems pretty open and fucking shut to me. But he also is pretty big. They both fought Davidson Figueiredo. Yadong Song got him out of there in the second round. He was beating the fuck out of Henry Cejudo. He finished Ricky Simon in round 5. Common opponent in Corey Sandhagen. Yadong Song actually fought Corey. So, yeah, he got the doctor stoppage. But ultimately, it's like, yeah, I mean, this feels obvious to me.
Pass me the rock. Pass me the rock. Pass me the rock. Every single one of the guys that Yadong Song lost against was better than him at grappling. And Yadong Song tried to hold them up against the fence and impose his will, so much so that Henry Cejudo said, "Oh, Kush, man, I can't see Kush. Kush, I couldn't see a thing, Kush." So you sit here and you look at the fact that he's lost by decision a ton and think that means that he got wrestle fucked. He's never once been wrestle fucked. Ever. He beat up guys like Ricky Simon. Okay? And
Henry did not try to wrestle in that fight.
Henry did. People with their takedown attempts and all this shit, Henry went for a couple single legs every now and then. Henry was switching levels, and he was threatening that regardless to try to get hands off, and then went back down to wrestling. Henry did go for wrestling in that fight. Not as hard as he should have, because Henry was tortito. He was tortito in that one. He was so fat, it was ridiculous that even the fat was covering his eyes. It wasn't even the pokes. I'm going with the dog. I'm going with that dong, da dong, da dong. Let me see that dong. Ya dong, da dong, dong song. It's a great matchup. It should not be that lopsided. That's exactly why I'm going with Yadong Song. I do think I don't necessarily agree. I don't think he's a low IQ fighter. I think that he goes out there, he can push this scrawny little fucking hill giant against the fence, push him up against there, make him feel... I honestly think Yadong Song's a better wrestler than Umar Nurmagomedov. Umar Nurmagomedov was winning the striking exchanges against Merab Dvalowitz. Okay? This guy is a harder stinging guy than Umar, where Yadong Song wants to put you away, but he also has really, really good grappling and really, really good cage control. He has never once been decisioned by... He's never once lost to a guy who was a better grappler than him. Every guy you would say is a better grappler than him, on his resume, he beat. The guys who were better strikers than him beat him. The only one who beat him is Kyler Phillips, who may have held him up against the fence. Guys, that was 5 years ago. Okay? Umar Nurmagomedov is not the best grappler in the world. He's really good defensively. I thought he beat Merab, but I also thought Song Yadong, if he didn't have that cut against Corey Sandhagen, would have won that fight. I think Yadong Song wins this fight. It's my surprise pick of the week.
Song's got 13 wins by finish, 10 wins by decision.
I don't need him to finish. I think he wins this fight by decision in China.
Yeah, I mean, I would love nothing more than that. It feels very open and shut. Umar Nurmagomedov by decision. Feels very open and shut.
No, it's going to be Umar Nurmagomedov. He is going to do exactly what Islam Makhachev did in his last fight, except he is not the caliber of Islam Makhachev. He is going to gas himself out just like Islam did against Ian Gary and lose. Where Islam...
50-50. It's 50-50. I won't say it's respectable, but yeah.
Song too low volume and doesn't get...
I mean,
I don't think he gets him out of there.
Is that true?
I think he wins by decision. I really do think he wins by decision. Luke, he's got 5 knockouts, 5 decisions, and 2 submissions. Yedong Song.
So Yedong Song strikes landed per minute 4.34. Takedown defense 73%. Strikes attempted per minute. How the fuck is that? It says strikes attempted per minute 3.81, but strikes landed per minute is 4.34. How does that make sense? He's only attempting 3.8, but he's landing 4.34.
Did you see Dana start using AI to answer the questions for him?
I guess that's
pressers.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Like, he read it once. It was like, and that's actually what I would say. It's like, did what?
So meanwhile, Umar's takedown accuracy is only 46%, whereas Yedong's takedown defense is 73%. Umar is
a striker. Umar is not a takedown guy.
Yeah, I know. But his strikes landed per minute, significant strikes landed per minute, 3.86 to Sedong's 4.34. But his I thought it was strikes attempted per minute. It's strikes absorbed per minute. So Yedong Song absorbs 3.81 strikes per minute, lands 4.34. So he's landing a good, half strike more per minute than Umar, with as good of takedown accuracy. Defense. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I kind of agree with you in I kind of think Song Yedong can do it. Like, I think the line is way too outstretched, and I think, how do you find value on Umar?
This is a brick shithouse, right? Versus scrawny guy, skinny guy, small guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
he was getting outstruck by Merab. Like,
getting outstruck by Merab. Sure, he had to worry about the takedown more, but the thing about the Merab versus Umar fight was, like, Umar was winning the striking exchanges. He is not winning the striking exchanges. He didn't win a single grappling exchange in reality in that fight. If memory serves me correct, I think Yedong Song has better cage control, harder strikes, more significant strikes, as they would say in the book. The only question is what do we have? What do we have out here? Is Turki Al-Sheikh one of the judges? Like, that's what you have to worry about, because I think this is going to be a nail-biting, close fight where Song Yedong controls the pace, controls the pressure, and Umar Nurmagomedov fades into the later rounds. It's a 5-round bout. Doesn't have good wrestling. He is one of these Dagos that sits out here and is kick. It's like if you grew up in the Netherlands and you were like, oh, who's the best wrestling coach around here? Are you fucking mental, brother? The Netherlands. Yeah, Luke, you're a Dutch kickboxer. You're gonna sit here and be Renier de Ridder, okay? Yeah, that might work on the regional scene, dumbass. But get to the rest of the world and find out. You're sitting here with the best wrestling in the world based per capita. You have 1,000 people who somehow have never had well, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a Targaryen type situation, or or the siblings in Game of Thrones. Somehow you guys are just so great at all this stuff, and we're not inbred, fucking. You're gonna tell me you guys got 1,000 people there, and you're not inbred. Okay, cool. Write it in your journal, figure it out. I know for sure that you have the highest concentration in a city probably ever, just based on statistics. Okay. But being a guy from that area who sees your brother, sister, cousin, your brother, dad, cousin, uncle, all the same person, by the way. I'm not exaggerating. All the same person. Your brother, cousin, uncle, who is the best wrestler to ever grace an MMA cage. And you sit here and you say, I'm going to be like Magomed Ankalaev and I'm going to learn how to strike. Yeah, you're an idiot. You're obviously so far gone that even Nurmagomedov couldn't even pull you in the right direction. What's Habib's dad name?
Abdul
Manapagapagap. He couldn't even pull you in the right direction. You're sitting here in a town of 1,000 of your siblings who are the best at wrestling ever, and you're not learning how to wrestle. Instead, you're like, let me learn how to kickbox. I know Magomed Ankalaev is the only guy that I've ever met that knows how to kickbox, and not even very, very well. In fact, let me learn from him instead of the 17 brother, sister, cousin guys, all the same guy. Oh, he's my brother, he's my cousin, and he's also my uncle. Yes, let me not learn from my brother's cousin, uncle, but let me learn from a guy I just met right now who just joined the town because he's an expat from Russia. Okay, cool. Sorry. Had to get that off my chest.
I hear you. All right, so, I mean...
Song Yudong. By decision. In China.
Another outcome could be Umar by finish.
No. The only way he finishes is by Dr. Stoppage.
Submission.
He's not finishing Song Yudong.
By submission.
Song Yudong has never been submitted. Ever. In his career. Ever.
That's not true.
Okay, look it up. Not in MMA.
He has 2 losses by knockout. One was obviously the Dr. Stoppage.
You know what his other knockout was by? Groin kick. And M1. So
it was in 2016 when he was 7-2. All right. You know what? You've convinced me. I'm going with Song Yudong.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Let's go.
All right, let's go through the full picks.
Do we dare to do Contender Series?
I'm not studied on it, so I would just be going through it in real time right now. It's 10:40 now. We don't have time for.
Give me Bellamere. That's all I want.
Okay. Who else? Anything else catch your eye right now?
Catch my eye, Gelante, Nick Gelante, the Mexican guy. He's a huge underdog. Alexis Miranda just seems like one where big American guy goes out there, wastes his energy, and a Mexican beats him. That's what I would think is going to happen. And that's pretty much it in terms of like the things that jump out to me. But that's half of the fights.
Yeah. All right, go through your full picks top to bottom.
All right. That song Ya Dong. 999 Jinan Yan. Kai Asakura. Alex Perez. Levi Rodriguez. Bilal Hassan.
I thought you picked Rojas. I know you did. You picked Hassan.
No, I picked Rojas late. I picked the first Rojas. Spoiler alert. Andre Lima. Kevin Broyas. Long Zhao. Jack Jenkins. Lawrence Liu. Jinong Zhang. That's a dogger pass. Leave it off your parlays. And then Cam Nelson, another dogger pass. Leave it off your parlays. I mean, they're even matchup. But give me Cam Nelson.
If you're going with me, I'm going to agree with Alex here. Song Yadong. Zhao Yan. Agreeing with Alex again. Kai Asakura. Sumaderji. Si Lu. Nielsen Rojas. Andre Lima. Kevin Bjorhas. Francesco Nuzzi, Jack Jenkins, Lawrence Yu, Jingnang Yang, and Cam Nelson. Double P certified picks: Song Yadong, Zhao Nanyan, Asakura, Andre Lima, Kevin Bjorhas, Jack Jenkins, Lawrence Liu, Jingnang Yang, and Cam Nelson. Guys,
Luke,
don't even watch this card. Stay away from this card.
Luke,
Thank you, Justin. You're the fucking man. Thanks for being here. Verhuti Fluthen, thank you for being here. Alhamdulillah. Necessarily, I got beat down last contenders. Should go on all dogs. I love you guys.
Go up to the Texas Chainsaw. What does that say? Yeah, I get it, but yeah, Texas Chainsaw. Very true, very true. But he doesn't know how to wrestle. Go down one more. And Luke, who does Levi Rodriguez Jr. fight this week?
See Lou.
Oh, well, I'll see Lou later. Okay, love you guys.
Wait, did I end up settling on Rodriguez Jr. or See Lou?
I don't know, dude. It's like, what do you like?
I don't listen. A 3-1 guy, kickboxer versus Rodriguez Jr. I mean, we saw what fucking Rodriguez Jr. got done to him by.
Listen, I can't convince you of any more picks at this point because I already convinced you on the last two of the night, and those might kill me.
We'll see. This is why I'm not waking up for this card because I could see myself just fucking going down and being like everything on Yadong's song, everything on Yadong's song, just like I did with Figueiredo against Umar, and I fucking ate shit on that too. So can't do it. Can't watch it. Can't be a part of this one. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining
and
the
Luke,
show.
who does Levi Rodriguez fight this weekend?
See Lou.
See Lou later.